As expected, fully packed here tonight. It's the Grand Theater. My name is Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Up first is Tyson Fury. He stands an imposing 6'9" tall with a reach of 85 inches. He'll be going up against this man. It's the Brown Bomber Joe Louis. He's 6'2" tall, 181 pounds, one of the best right hands in the business.
Yeah, if you've got a brawl that's in front of you, that's going to put you under pressure, get to your ribs and get close, you've got to be fast on your feet. If you've got the height and the reach, which I always go for, I depend on that. But if someone is going to push you back, keep pushing you down, you're going to be under pressure. Don't get stuck in the corner, because if you do, you're out of there.
The Gypsy King himself, Tyson Fury, this multi-time heavyweight champion of the world, fighting out of Manchester, England. He'll beat you down and then sing to you afterwards. Joe Louis.
This bout is...
Welcome inside this unique... You can't imagine how bad these fighters want to get their hands on each other. The hook scores. And that straight got him. How about that time counter shot? When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
They have got great ring IQ. Counterpunches are the best.
Can't land the jab there. Both trying for a knockout. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dares do anything out of turn.
That hook doesn't score. That counter shot lands. Don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Tyson Fury just got buzzed. His eyes don't look good. Body language is bad. He could go down.
Beautiful sneaky shot to take his legs away from him.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Fury in that last round. They've got the momentum. There's the bell to start round two. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
You're fighting the counter punches, you've got to double a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punches, they're watching you every move, that every switch.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Beautiful counter shot. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That jab just missed with the left hand. You'd like to see more jabs. much output. Thought there might be more action here. Those counter punches have to hurt. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and...
Now he's letting back into it.
The bell rings and we start the third. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice counter shot. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Good defense on that right hook. That counter punch caught him clean. The only fear you have with this heavyweight is had he punched himself out halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. They're giving us a high-tempo show. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Fury in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble. There's the bell to start round 4. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. And Tyson Fury just got clipped. The big fella might be in big trouble.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you okay?
So back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Fury switching off. He's starting. Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They've staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. You believe what we are seeing. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about fury in that last round. I promise you.
Focus on what you're doing.
There's the bell for round 6. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Defense there with that left hook. Nice defense on that right hook. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
Get trigger happy because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot and that's when they catch you.
Halfway through the round and there's not a lot separating these two. Nice counter shot. Nice looking right hook, but he blocked it. Do you believe what we're seeing? Parries that jab away. The straight right just misses. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about fury in that last round. It's no secret who has the advantage. There's the bell to start round 7. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? terrific counter shot. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about fury in that last round. Stamina is always an issue.
Don't worry about our
And they're back at it again here in round 8. They really seemed to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Nice job blocking that right. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. They block the jab. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Some might have thought it was a little bit closer, but in the end, the referees are in a unanimous agreement.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, hard lesson.